We are now in World 4. I think Detlef needs some time again. Probably. So, yeah.
When I change, I need some time. Just begin.
Okay. So, yeah, it's in the same way. It's the yellow world. Yeah. Follow the yellow big road. We will do the same again. We start on the left side. I mean, that is the west side, and then we go over to the other things. It's again the same big hall where you enter when you're a visitor, your first time here.
Housing and storing, that's the title. Is a multidisciplinary artist with a sculptural approach that ranges from traditional figuration to audiovisual representation, relational in situ installation, and sculpture-based performances and events. Meyer gets fatigued and really sassy by places like galleries, museums, and especially White Cube, comparing them shopping malls, supermarkets, and airports. He therefore intends to rather show his work stored in the attic or basement, where it would pass the most of the time of its existence anyways. In return, invitation cards. In return, invitation cards, leaflets, plans, posters, and various other fan merch of planned projects would be presented in the cozy living areas of the building, along with a nice cup of coffee and a little snack. An attic is easily filled with two-dimensional conceptual work, where every sculpture would primarily go straight to the archive in the basement. But not all houses even have basement. Replacing low-resolution virtual in-world texture with some physical finishes and surfaces from the outward environment he lives and works in, Meyer has erected a patrimonial home that bears enough space and context to save all kinds of artistic outcome from the past and the future. However, you might have noted that since real estate is on fire, the building stands unfortunately pretty close to the edge of the upcoming financial industrial revolution. Let's hope the project will survive the ensuing calamity for at least a couple of weeks from its first opening. Return anytime 24/7 and support radical movements who fight for co-quality and justice. Admission is and remains free of charge. So it uses things from outside this virtual reality and use it like the blocks from inside. Sometimes you cannot divide it, so it's something like an overlay over a lay over a lay or something like this.
You're right. Sharp turn right. Here.
No, I saw a sign that it was forbidden to smoke in the area of Lieven's gallery.
Yeah. You know, he's a very healthy man.
Yes.
That's probably why he doesn't look so fucked up like we do. No, I mean, you know.
You, it's not me.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Marie.
This is for Marie Poller?
Yes.
Okay, then the next short text. Please have a look. This is in German, you would say luftig. What's the explanation? What is the translation in English?
Luftig? Very airy,
luftig.
Airy or something like that?
Airy, yeah, probably.
It's the opposite of the gallery of...
I think it's not about the air, it's about the space.
Uh-huh.
something like that. I don't know if you can say spacey, but that is also about drugs, maybe. But I don't know. Nobody knows.
Whatever. Now the text of Marie Poller. I think she's from Berlin. Is that correct?
Yes, she's now living in Berlin. Yeah.
The title is House of Chosen One. The very nature of the digital medium led me back to some of my older work, which was an exploration of the social media game, its gender roles, and the dream of being the chosen one. The game environment influenced the selection of the work, which then in turn shaped the design of my gallery. A cycle where all aspects refer to each other.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we also can have an artist talk with her, because I admire her works very much. They all have so very deep details and how they are made. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that she's also like a studied archaeologist. I don't know how it's called, but yeah. So she it's really profound facts, and not like we have in our time, like kind of I mean, historical correct facts, not fake news, something like that. And so those things have a really deep research, and you can see it in the really detailed and very really thought through work.
Albina Petkova, Valentina Nitscheva, Severina Eneva, Vanessa Petrova, Vanessa Boeva, Biljana Vacheva Tokmakshieva, Kostadin Radichev, Liliana Alexandrova, Christina Papadopoulou from Cyprus, Liliana Ignatova, Borislava Kirova, Tony Georgiev, and that's it. And now a very short text about this art location. On 3 floors of the gallery, you can see recent works of students studying in the bachelor's and master's programs in the specialty painting at the National Academy of Arts, Sofia, Bulgaria. Also paintings by students from the newly opened branch of the National Academy of Arts in Burgas. So 2 academies in one building. Atelier 51 is one of the studios in painting department of the academy, with teachers Professor Andrei Daniel and CH. Assistant Professor Dr. Konstantin Kostov. Determination of body outline. The exhibition explores borders through the interplay of fiction and reality in various analog artistic media, with the focus on biological and technical transformation processes. In the work, most X-ray images are transformed into silk screen prints and erect as a sequence of an undefined running animal, like a film strip. Another work based on X-rays gives the exhibition its name, Determination of Body Outline. The work Micro and Macrocosmos displays the insides of different bodies and organs, ordered as a graphical constellation of cosmic bodies. For this work, the X-rays were transformed on etching plates and printed intaglio. The work series Micro and Macro, on the other hand, displays painted fictive cells and planets, playing with the depiction and perception of dimensions between microscopic and telescopic views. The work cycle with the The work cycle membranes captures the physical transformation of snakes when they grow and shed their skins. Using the analog photograph enlarger and the skins themselves as negatives, this series of photograms shows a closer view on the snake's skin structure and patterns. In another series of collages, the figures are taken out of real situations which had a surrealistic nature on their own, enhanced by further deconstruction. The sign is you have to find, and there is the title, and it's very important, I think, for this art piece. Why should I buy a bed when all that I want is sleep? Question mark. So this is the title, and if you go inside, it's really, I think, a real great conceptual artwork, because he put things, very normal things, garbage from outside, from the normal, non-virtual world into this gallery. And of course, everything is connected because they are all, what is the name of matratze?
Mattress?
Mattress. Yeah.
Okay, so it deals with something like sleeping, and I think it doesn't matter how they are photographed. It's only mattering that they are photographed, and that like we all know from rotten ghetto parts of towns. You see that on the street, and every time it gives you something like an impression of social injustice, of poverty, and something like this, or something like ghetto style. To me, in first, let me tell the truth, he put, here's a hole, and where you go down in the hole, did you see the hole?
Yeah.
Far?
Yeah.
Can you please show the hole? There. No, go back. The hole in the center of the room, where people go down,
Okay,
and now
next.
then they are lost.
Oh.
In first, where the hole is now, there stood a bed, and this bed was from possibilities of this game.
Fall into that hole, please.
Yes, I fall into that, and then you are staying in bed, I think.
Ah. Surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, I think I have to deactivate my flight modus.
Ah, I see, no wonder.
Up you go, yes, and then you see the bed.
Ah, yes.
And this one is a real cool, very simple connection. Did you show the bed in live stream?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
She's standing on it.
Ah, okay. But in live stream, I see people going down, but not the bed.
A little bit
Yeah,
delayed.
it has the delay. You have
Yeah.
to really.
Okay. But this is a very simple, very cool concept to take this bed, which you can build out of the blocks from inside Mind Test game, and above you have the photos of matratz and sleeping pillows and something like this from the real outside world, and that's it. It's a really cool, very simple connection, but very impressive.
Mm.
And I think he wrote also a text, and I read it now. Jarkko, Räsänen from Finland. My gallery is inspired by a chamber film about American poet Robert Lex called "Why Should I Buy a Bed When All That I Want Is Sleep?" I have been his fan since high school. For the exhibition, I have taken snapshots in Berlin of abandoned mattresses and the street with my cell phone. The series points to homelessness, and it's a nasty way to wake up somebody by carrying him or her out while she is still sleeping. It also includes a 3D scan of myself from 2007 and my interpretation of the theme Der Himmel über Berlin. In the basement, some constellations visible from Berlin and hidden video link. Can you find it? And then a smiley.
So the whole thing is made on a chess board, like as you can see, like 8 to 8 squares, black and white. Yeah, I mean they work with symbols and like a lot of like you can say urban art things, like things you can find. I mean normally they make big installations out of those things, but that's why they also choose just to use like material which are like already in the game, which are like the things here from the street or from what they can find here. Probably I wasn't with them. They just built them from other parts around here, or they probably literally found them on the streets. I don't know how they did it. Actually, but and they use them. They use them as symbols, and of course the chess field is always something where you can see, like right now you have this kind of well, if you go from the side we look now. You can see the I don't know, Bauern, what is it in English? The farmers, like the first are here small trees.
Yeah.
And like the horse, for example, is a torch. The queen is a bed, and the king is an oven. Tower is a cactus. Stuff. I mean, it has its own symbolic things, as far as I understand it. I mean, I didn't talk with them, and you can see on the other side there's also like those parts from the game, and yeah, I mean there's this kind of and probably if you fly up, you can see a certain figure, like something which is an important constellation. Something, yeah, that is how they work. Is most of the time quite political and quite about social themes with a lot of symbols. Felix, as we said, I mean, he's our informatic and technical support. He did so much. I mean, that's actually, I mean, we can do the things we can do here only with his help. He built it.
It is the key for
realizing that
in this exhibition.
And he built that with his 6-year-old nephew, because he said, I'm not an artist, and we just want to do something together. I recommend to look at that thing from up above to see the patterns. Like I see it more like an abstract painting, which uses the colors and the structures. Very minimalized. I really like it somehow as a structured work, like graphic or something, but also 3-dimensional. I don't know. I think it's not so like pretentious to tell big stories. It's more kind of using what you have in this game to create certain feelings somehow, and
a little bit like the last piece we saw from Zip, but
yes.
Not with such a strength in concept. And that's not a disadvantage.
Yes, and again, also like the Zip people, they only use things that contained or belong to this world and
Yes.
to this program, which is actually then again, as you said, a site-specific work, which is also like the concept of our quarantine works normally, that we only use things and ideas which actually contain to the region where we let those quarantines happen.
It's very deep inside, actually. There's a hole.
Yes, there's also a deep hole inside. It's kind of a common, I don't know, idea to do something like that. I wasn't inside there for a long time. I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't seen it. I'll also come down.
no,
Wait.
I'm not sure whether I can get out soon.
Yes, so better not fly too deep.
Okay.
Probably can take some refreshing bath into the pool.
Okay, I see. Okay, good. Now I fly out. Can you fly through walls? Yeah, you can. All right, with the camera. But slowly, yeah. Just press space and you go up, always up. Keep it pressed.
I forgot the hole.
Don't point.
Yes. Wow, this is great. Falling into the hole. It's a little bit like...
Yeah. But we now have to manage to get out. Can you manage? Press the flight mode first. Press space. Keep it pressed. Space. Spacebar, and then you of course have to press H to get into this ghost mode to fly through the things.
No.
Possible for you?
No.
No?
No, I don't have the privilege to fly.
Oh.
It's okay. Maybe I could log out and log in again.
Yeah.
It
And hopefully
doesn't take very long.
you get out. Yes. Hopefully you get out in the center of the exhibition. The great.
Yeah.
Oh.
So just 1 minute.
Okay, try that out.
You can manage it to go out. Just look above and see where the light is. And then
I think the problem is that with her account, she's not allowed to fly through walls.
But can fly.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but
no, it's okay. I already logged out, and
good.
We'll be there very soon.
You only it's got more deep.
I'm here again.
Yes, that's the problem.
Okay.
Okay, where are you when you come in?
I am back to where I was.
We're back in the hole again?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Your name is random, that's correct or not?
Yes.
Interesting.
So... I found it. Yeah. I found the light and then just fly. Easy.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, lemon squeezy.
But you have to look. Yes. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, it's something like an adventure.
Wow, I can't believe it. Oh my God.
I imagine someone just joined the stream now.
That's why I actually always say, just close those shitty holes. Studio Factory.
Yes, and they sent me also a text. And
yes.
Of course, again, you will hear it. Now just search for the statistics.
And you should really listen to it because it's a very conceptual work.
Okay.
To get it, you really have to understand what it's about somehow.
So we are now 2 hours, and now we have the last station. So I think we're good in time.
Yeah,
And
very nice.
we have 28 viewers, and now you hear the text of Studio Factory. To tell the truth, I don't know which are the names of this art group. Do you
It's
know?
called Studio Factory.
Okay, they don't.
And they want to keep anonymous.
Okay, so this is the text of Studio Factory. Studio Factory is a collective of conceptual artists from Berlin. How much space do you need? The artwork deals with the question of what resources are available to different professional fields. For this matter, the average income of selected jobs was collected. In a further step, the incomes were visualized proportionally on the basis of mind test tubes. Where necessary, the results have been rounded. The outcome is this house with different rooms. Each one represents a profession. The floor area sizes of the room, the floor area sizes of the rooms are equal in each case. Based on the ceiling heights, it can be experienced who earns how much.
Ceiling heights. Also, how high is the ceiling? You can see how much is the average salary of a job. I mean, yeah. And I mean, the impressive or whatever thing is like a DAX chairperson. Yeah, I mean, it goes up very high.
Sorry, may I ask what is DAX? What is
what?
DAX? DAX? DRX?
Yeah, that's the German Aktien index.
Okay.
It's our Börse. What are they called? It's like the Wall Street, like our share where they trade with holdings, Aktien, I think. I don't know what's called in English.
Oh, artist is very poor. You have to
the
see
ceiling
the
is very low.
Yes. You almost don't fit inside.
Not all of them are very poor. I think there must be a hole which is going very, very high into the sky.
Yeah.
Because unequal distribution, right?
So this is the highest room. That's chairperson. Okay. It looks a little bit like a depressing description about social injustice and a critic about capitalism, perhaps. Now exhibition is ready. What are we doing with that exhibition? How long is it open, or do we continue with that exhibition, or do we do another thing, the same thing next year or whatever? And we have to discuss. And this one we will do this evening by lots of beer. So
yes.
Yeah.
Bye all together. Bye.
Bye, and everyone. The description in the description there are links to Facebook to all the information to further know the future events.
Super.
So I think there will be more guided tour, more like artist talk. So it's all in the description. Yep.
Super.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Have a nice evening. Bye.